Candlemas, observed annually on 2nd of February, is a Christian feast day with deep historical, spiritual, and cultural significance. Also known as the Feast of the Purification of the Virgin Mary or the Presentation of Jesus at the Temple. It commemorates a pivotal moment in the life of the Holy Family as described in the Gospel of Luke 2:22-40. This event, rooted in Jewish tradition, marks the fulfillment of the Mosaic Law, which required a mother to undergo ritual purification 40 days after giving birth and to present her firstborn son at the temple. For Mary and Joseph, this meant bringing the infant Jesus to the temple in Jerusalem, where he was recognized by the elderly prophet Simeon as the Messiah and a light for revelation to the Gentiles. Luke 2:32. The prophetess Anna also praised the child, adding to the spiritual weight of the moment. The observance of Candlemas dates back to at least the 5th century in the Christian Church, with early records of its celebration in Jerusalem. The feast was formalized in the Roman Church by the 7th century and became widespread in Europe during the Middle Ages. Its timing, 40 days after Christmas, the traditional date of Jesus' birth, aligns with the Jewish purification rites outlined in Leviticus 12:2-8, which required a mother to offer a sacrifice, typically a lamb or, for those who could not afford it, a pair of turtle doves or pigeons. Mary and Joseph, being of modest means, offered the latter, underscoring their humility. Candlemas also absorbed and transformed pre-Christian traditions, particularly the Roman festival of February, a midwinter purification rite. February, held in early February, was dedicated to cleansing and renewal, with women participating in processions carrying torches to symbolize the purifying power of fire. As Christianity spread across the Roman Empire, these pagan practices were reinterpreted through a Christian lens, with the candles of February becoming symbols of Christ as the light of the world. This blending of traditions illustrates the Church's ability to adapt and sanctify existing cultural practices, giving them new spiritual meaning. Central to Candlemas is the blessing and lighting of candles, a practice that gave the feast its name. During the Candlemas liturgy, priests bless candles that will be used in churches and homes throughout the year. These candles symbolize Christ's divine light, which dispels the darkness of sin and ignorance. The act of carrying lighted candles in processions, both within churches and through the streets, represents the faithful's anticipation of Christ's coming and their role in spreading his light to the world. In medieval Europe, Candlemas was a significant occasion for mothers who had given birth in the previous year. They would attend church services, often carrying blessed candles, to give thanks for their safe delivery and to participate in a rite of purification known as churching. This practice, while rooted in Jewish tradition, also carried a communal dimension, as it reintegrated mothers into the spiritual and social life of the parish after childbirth. The candles they held were often kept in homes as sacred objects, believed to offer protection during storms, illness, or other hardships. Candlemas also holds a prominent place in the seasonal and agricultural calendar, marking the midpoint between the winter solstice around 21st of December and the spring equinox around 21st of March. In pre-modern societies, this period was critical, as it signaled the gradual return of light and the promise of spring. The lengthening days brought hope of warmer weather and the renewal of the land, making Candlemas a celebration of both spiritual and natural light. In many cultures, Candlemas was associated with weather lore, believed to predict the duration of winter. The well-known proverb, "If Candlemas Day be fair and bright, winter will have another flight. If Candlemas Day brings cloud and rain, "Winter will not come again" reflects this tradition. A clear, sunny Candlemas was thought to foretell 6 more weeks of cold weather, while a cloudy or rainy day suggested an early spring. This belief is echoed in modern traditions like Groundhog Day, celebrated on February 2nd in North America, where a groundhog's shadow, or lack thereof, is said to predict the weather. Candlemas has been celebrated in diverse ways across Christian cultures, each adding its own customs to the feast. In France, Candlemas, known as La Chandelle, is associated with the eating of crepes, which are round and golden like the sun, symbolizing light and prosperity. Families gather to make and share crepes, often with playful traditions like flipping them in the pan for good luck. In Mexico, Candlemas de la Candelaria is a major celebration, particularly for those who found the figurine of the baby Jesus in the Rosca de Reyes, King's Cake, during Epiphany on January 6th. The finder hosts a party with tamales and hot chocolate, blending indigenous and Catholic elements. In some Eastern Orthodox churches, where the feast is called the Meeting of the Lord, the focus is on the encounter between Jesus and Simeon and Anna, emphasizing Christ's role as the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies. Processions with candles and the singing of hymns are common, and the feast is one of the 12 great feasts of the Orthodox liturgical year. While Candlemas remains an important liturgical feast in Catholic, Orthodox, and some Anglican churches, its prominence in secular culture has diminished in many regions, overshadowed by modern holidays or seasonal markers like Groundhog Day. However, it continues to be observed with reverence in communities that value its spiritual and historical significance. Churches hold special masses or services, often including the blessing of candles and processions. And some families maintain traditions like lighting candles at home or preparing special foods. In a broader sense, Candlemas resonates as a universal celebration of light, hope, and renewal. Its themes of purification, whether spiritual, seasonal, or communal, speak to the human desire for cleansing and new beginnings. As the days grow longer and the promise of spring looms, Candlemas invites reflection on the interplay of light and darkness, both in the natural world and in the human spirit. Candlemas Day is a rich tapestry of religious, cultural, and seasonal meanings. It commemorates the presentation of Jesus and the purification of Mary, celebrates Christ as the light of the world, and marks the transition from winter's darkness to spring's renewal. Through its rituals of candles, processions, and weather lore, it connects ancient traditions with Christian theology, offering a moment to pause and reflect on themes of purification, hope, and the enduring power of light. Whether observed in a church, a home, or a community gathering, Candlemas remains a poignant reminder of the cyclical nature of time and the promise of brighter days ahead. Many thanks for treading this tapestry's path. If its feasting has gripped you, like, subscribe, and comment below.